Alright, so last episode, if I remember correctly, we ended out, we had been messing with bronze and start thinking about making steel production. Well, between episodes, I went ahead and farmed this up, and we now have a few copper, zinc, and tin and iron seeds producing. As you can see, this episode, one thing I want to do, probably the first thing I want to do, is set up a collection system on that since it's overflowing. I want to look into getting the armor. There's an armor set for mystical agriculture, and I think if you can get it up high enough, it gives you creative flight. I could be wrong. And creative flight would make things much easier. I went on a massive mining expedition and I made all those. I made the seeds. I have a decent chunk of the whatever it's called, the fuck, I don't know. I have to think about it in a second. But long story short, I'd like to get the armor made. If we can get creative flight, that would be beautiful. Now, I highly doubt we will actually get the tertium. That's what it is. Made a bunch of that farmland, and between it and the growth pulsars, it's two times. If you look at the soy output, 200%, which will help us out tremendously. But it's producing pretty quickly. I want to eventually we'll scale it up, maybe have one farm for each one. But with as fast as it's going, I don't really see the point of doing that right now or anytime soon, to be honest with you. Um, I'm pretty happy with it. Better better rates than I thought it was going to give. Especially because I mean it's only been, I'd say it's the last episode I recorded on Sunday the 23rd, 22nd. This episode I'm recording it Tuesday the 25th. No, Monday. Today's Monday. I'm recording it Monday, and so in a day's time, that's pretty good, in my opinion. See, we got plenty of gold, iron now, plenty of copper, plenty of what was it? Tin? Where's tin? See, yeah, we're doing all right on some of that stuff now. Still want to do bronze at some point. Also, this is getting very full very fast, so I may go ahead and work on multi-block. We may even want to start working on multi-block structures so we can make alternators. With alternators, we could potentially, I don't know what kind of power they put out, but we could potentially make some, we could potentially make an ME system or a refined storage system. I don't know for sure which one yet. I'll have to do some more digging into that. But for now, we need to figure out this. And we're hurting on diamonds because I fucked up. I was hoping that, you know how you can turn the raw ores into the dust and double them? I took diamond ore and did that, and apparently you can't smelt that down. So I'm gonna have to hopefully figure out a way to turn it back, which I can't even, there it is. So you can't do nothing with it. If you do you can enrichment chamber. It uses power to turn it back into diamonds. The enrichment chamber takes basic control circuits, which takes a metallurgic infuser and osmium redstone, which we could probably go ahead and, you know what, let's go ahead and make that. I'll be right back. All right, so we have the metallurgic infuser. Now what I want to do is put this windmill into it, because now we can do, first of all, we can turn this in, which we'll need two of these, which was this. This thing actually does do pretty good power, because we're going to need the enrichment. Was it the enrichment chamber? Yes, the enrichment chamber. Takes two of those, plus it takes osmium and glass. Boom, enrichment chamber. Now we got that out of the way. Plenty of power. Now we have effectively doubled our diamonds that we had. That motherfucker's keeping up. I will say that. Using 20 per tick, and this is making 80 per tick, if not more. Can we make that supremium? No, we cannot. Actually, I bet we could. I mean, with as much shit as we got, let's focus on that. I have to go mining for more of those shards because I still haven't figured out how to plant them motherfuckers. Alright, that's gonna make life easier tenfold. And give us more supremium essence, which is always a good thing. Now we ain't gotta deal with this piece of shit. Or that, or that. I mean, we'll still deal with that. Now, I would like to make a couple diamond seeds because they're the ones we're having a hard time coming by right now. I'm hoping I'm right. Uh, I'll be right back. Let me make these seeds and do some research. All right, so we got the seeds made, and I guess we can start making the armor. Got them placed. It shouldn't be long before they start producing diamonds. So first things first, how about just made a shit ton of stuff I didn't want to make. So you boom, 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 boom. This armor's already strong. Now if I just gotta wait a little bit longer for some more inferium essence, and we should have plenty. We should be at supremium if I'm correct, and I am. Another brass siege. We got brass and bronze. That's what it was. So just to fill you guys in, this will not give us creative flight. The only way to get creative flight with this armor is we gotta have it with 4 nether stars. 4 nether stars turns this armor into creative flight armor. Which sucks, I know. I agree. But Wither should be a fairly easy kill, especially if we make this sword on top of all this. I mean, we should whoop his ass. No doubt about it. Because I think you can make those. Can't you make the wither-proof? Wither. We can go deep underground and it should be fine. We got that out of the way. Now, I want to focus on. We'll just dump this for now. We can put all this in the system and maybe it'll sort it, maybe it won't. Because we are at capacity. We could possibly get into this. I'm thinking next episode. Potentially next episode we'll get into that because we're running out of storage. That I mean I wouldn't be against doing this either. Then we gotta get into silicone. Or maybe next episode we could even potentially just start messing with power. So here's what we're gonna do. We are going to go ahead and I think we're going to try to make a reactor because I think we have everything to do it. Definitely. If we can make a small reactor, then see what kind of power we're making out of it. Then we can start. Then next episode we can do ME system potentially, which I have no idea how much storage we're going to need with all this, but ME system would be beautiful. Which I know that we can just push the cyanide ingot. I don't know what they're good for. I think, I don't know, we can store it up, whatever we need to do. But first and foremost, I guess, is we got to do this. I didn't grab that many of those. And then the piston. So we need a little bit of cobble. Need a little bit of wood. Let's see. Boom. Boom. And boom. Then it was. Okay. That there. That there. That there. That there. say boom. Yeah, I must have fucked that up big time. Redstone, 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 piston, boom, 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 boom. Shit, need that, not that. This, glass. We can actually make that graphite, graphite. Okay, that one's easy. Do one of these and one of those, and one of those, and boom. And a chest, another piston, a hopper. I need 2 chests. One of them needs to be a hopper. And then a piston again. And then boom. Boom, boom. It goes like this. And then like that. And that will give me more reactor casings. Reactor controller needs a diamond. Need some stone for that one. You're not gonna sit here and tell me we ain't got no fucking stone. Cause I'll call you a fucking liar. So that, 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 um, shit. Clicked the wrong one. Oh my god. So let's try this again. Boom, boom. Take that, 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 boom. It's this. I want to say this. No, I don't have it on it. And where? Oh, where? Could possibly have deposited the diamond. Okay, it follows me around. That's pretty nice. So I can go ahead and do boom, boom. Get that shit out of here. Boom, boom, boom. Fuck. Okay, we got that. Fuck, I already forgot. Diamond in the middle, uranium, redstone. Now we get into this. We need two of those reactors. Son of a bitch, why didn't you just tell me that to begin with? Motherfuckers. Do I currently have 21? I won't for long. I have a strong feeling. A hopper, two chests. One of them gets turned into a hopper. The other one does not. Then we have this son of a bitch. We don't have no fucking cobble. We got this. We got this. We got this. And this. And then we switch it because it's wrong. Look at that. 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 And then I want to say so. I don't know how much of that is going to get cut out, but here we are, and we have everything we need now. So let's do this. Let's make a 3x3 reactor. So we put this here, this here. I'm assuming that there and that there. Um, that, 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 maybe. Hmm. I wonder if we don't need two of those because three, three. So F3. So this one. Oh man. So what is the solid access port for? Like you want each outer wall to have a reactor component. That's where the power comes out. So please tell me why I can't have this here. Okay, hear me out here. Can it be here? It can. So where does the waste come out? Where does the fuel go in? I'm assuming where does the fuel go in? Where does the power come out? I'm assuming it takes uranium, right? So does it go in there? Sets the access port to inlet. So we need to put another one of these on there. And so KFE per tick. Casing heat. Fuel status 100% full, 0.3% full, fuel rod. Assuming this is white, right? We are at 1.5 million FE. Um, now hold on a second. I need to break this and put this here. And then now we can turn this on. Now I guess we need to make number one. Okay, that's fairly easy. That's manageable, I should say. Um, but now we need. How does it want us to transfer power? Gas, item, energy. Okay, I'm sure that's a shitty way, but we can make it work. And then it was me. Now, just for curiosity's sake, that's full as of right now, right? We can all agree on that, right? Let's put that in there. All right, we're making pretty good power now, I think, which is never, and I mean never, a bad thing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hell, I could have just put those back in there. No one would have ever been the wiser. Can it keep up is the question. All day long, not even breaking a fucking sweat. That's what I like to see. Now we're cooking. So here's what I want to do is before I get off, I want to go ahead and set up some uranium. Yeah, I will go ahead and in between episodes set up the framework for um, NME system or refined storage. Haven't decided 100% yet. I know, I quote unquote, I say I know ME systems better because I've seen some people use them over the years. But refined storage might be better. We'll just have to see because Certus quartz might be an issue if I can't make seeds for them. If I can, Certus quartz seeds takes 9, 36 blocks of fucking god dog. This shit's ridiculous. Can I make these? Well, in between episodes, we'll go and go to the meteors, get the shit we need, and set it up. And then next episode, we will put it together and make it work. So I guess I will see all you dudes the next one.